Hello and welcome to Canva. Canva is probably one of the most interesting software applications that you can actually look at. If I go into something called Landscape on Facebook, you'll see it comes out as a nice squarish image. And I'm going to take you into some basic ideas here. We are going to look at landscape and landscape scene. Now I'm taking a image, look at an image, and we're going to just select this particular image. You can move the image to the top of your section here so it stretches right out, which is really helpful. And I suspect I could actually stick a second image in here just to prove a few things. We can actually move the images up, we can move them along, we can move them sideways, and we can make them fit. So you've got two different types, the higher the clouds and below you can see the beauty of the sea, which I think is quite appealing. So we could then come over to this section called Elements. We can click on Elements and you'll see here we've got a whole bunch of squares and everything else like that. So I'm going to suggest that we just bring that over here. We can then, you'll see it highlights exactly where our boundary is. We get some idea roughly whether we are central or not. Colour wise, the interesting thing is it'll highlight two colours here that will actually fit in as a background. So as I go to that, you'll see that that produces a background. That's quite practical actually, because that means we can then put some content in here. And I'm just going to go for a subheading there, and you can see the heading moves into position. Again, we can move this directly into place. Now you'll see a line there right across the top section and a line in the middle indicating that's the middle, which is really helpful. So we can type in, let's say, landscape scenes. So we've got landscape scenes there as the title. Now we might decide we don't want the boldness, we actually want to see the image behind it. So we can come in here and make that background transparent, which is quite appealing in a way. Remember, once you've actually come away from that, your square is now visible. So let's say for example that we're not that keen on that, we want to check the best colour there. So we highlight our words there. Release, we can go up to the A section for text colour, and again if you look at this photo colour here, you've got a selection of colours that might fit in slightly better with our context. So if we go like that for example, we should see that. Now I don't think that works, do you? And this is where the proof comes in. You want to make sure that colour is going to work. I think it needs to be bolder. Maybe that's colour. Does that work? Yeah, arguably it does. Could work with both pictures. So thus far it's quite good. Now I'm going to suggest that you actually do blogs, so you have your own website, because I'm a website support person, and you're looking at having this as a cover image. I'm going to suggest also that you might need to come up, if you've got a pro account, to here, and we can look at this particular sizing. Now watch when we go to this bit here, we can resize it and we suddenly find the graphics change. It looks very different, doesn't it? And quite honestly, we're looking at it thinking that's not going to work. I've got this bit here and I've got that bit there, and this image is because it's all gone on the wrong way. Oh, can we solve that? Yes, we can. We can move the image here. Again, just going to move myself there a bit, and we can just move that image there. Again, we can take the image to the side, and we have that there, which looks really good. But then I'm wondering, is this in its best position? You'll notice this has an option here of front and back, or backwards. I'm going to suggest that this needs to be brought to the front, yeah, or I could move it to the backward, and that will bring the content up there. Now, in this particular instance, you might go to that section there, and again, looking at, you got your back and you got your forward, you might decide whether that's going to be at the top, middle, and you see how that slides across. You can move that around. So in this instance, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to just tinker around it like that so you can see what it does. And I'm going to, in actual fact, whoops, maybe it's not quite as good as I thought it was from that particular instance, so I might leave it there. Now, the other catch-22 is often when we have this image like this, we might wish to bring it out to the front, which again doesn't particularly work from our perspective. We do have a layer section here as well that you can actually move these different layers to different positions. So for example, you can change the layer priority like that, and that might work from your perspective. So let's say, for example, what else might you want to do? You might wish to flip the scene. So watch the bottom one, and it's flipped. Does it flip vertically? Yes, it does. You can turn the sky upside down, and then we can again flip it around. So you can flip your images to and fro depending if you want that. Now you could also just turn around. So hang on a minute, this doesn't work. I don't need that bottom one. I'm just going to have, now we've got landscape, we can have it brought forward, and this again would be particularly useful from a cover image side of things, because you can see the little words there. We can bring that down, we might bring it right down to the bottom like so. We might decide to bring in there and bring that down there, and I might then decide that I would like to use an uploaded graphic of mine, and we could look all the way down, and we can type in fact probably type into the graphic that we're actually after, and I think in this instance what I might do is just put that in there, and I can bring that in any position I want to, like so, and that might be my watermark on this particular image that I might be using on every single image. A couple of people have asked me for this particular style of video, so I thought it was time to just introduce you to what you could do. This can actually be saved, we can share it, we can, if we've got a pro account, we can actually share on social media, and we can also download it. Download options, download includes, I would argue, this particular option, PNG image, and that can be downloaded. So I'm hoping that's been of some sort of use to you. End result is you have there is our image just coming back up there. That's the finished image you'd see, but that's how you can move around, take an image, decide what you want to do with it, edit it, and then make it available as a selection of images as an end photographic result. My name's John First. Please give me a like, share, or make any comment you wish. Thanks for watching this particular video.